Amitabh, sorry to keep you waiting. Good afternoon. Arnab here. I hope you can hear us. And we'll, in conversation with you, will be Abhishek Kapoor.
Yeah.
We have P.K. Basu, well-known macroeconomist. We have Ridham Anand Bhardwaj, our executive editor, Sharmila, our business editor. I think we all will like to take questions to you. I'll throw it open first. It seems to me that there was a choice somewhere, Amitabh, and the government has taken it. It just wants to, in a world which is a little uncertain, it wants to make India more a center of certainty. It wants fiscal consolidation. It wants to tell the world that our financial indicators are healthy, and perhaps look at getting $1 trillion in FDI over the next decade. So that's the idea is standout moment for India. We can compete with China if we remain solid, and that will get global confidence into India. Not what people would have expected. There's no knee-jerk reaction, Amitabh, I see, to the slightly muted numbers of the general election. It's just straightforward. Let's continue what we were doing. Your take, Amitabh, big picture from you. You work closely with government.
So I think it's a very well-crafted budget. It's a growth-oriented budget with a huge focus on employment. And I think the remarkable thing about this budget is that it's kept an emphasis on financial discipline. So the fact that you are keeping your fiscal deficit and down, and yet you are increasing your outlay for capex spend as a percentage of GDP, which has gone up. So, important thing is also the finance minister saying that we are coming down from 5.1% to 4.9%, and we'll come down to 4.5%. And we will subsequently have a glide path. So that demonstrates a great amount of financial discipline. But I think the important thing is that this budget lays a lot of emphasis on employment. Giving benefit to those who are first time getting jobs for 1 month, then those who are getting manufacturing jobs, the benefit, for both employer and employee. And thirdly, to give benefit to for new jobs coming out on the new employers to get benefit up to 3,000 rupees for a period of 2 years, and also creating interns, very large number of interns in the 500 top corporates. All these, and also the fact that you are creating a new scheme for skill development, which is a centrally sponsored scheme. So I think these are remarkable features of this budget. But the budget also lays a lot of focus on urban development.
Mr. Kant,
and that is really shows.
Okay, Mr. Kant, you continue to be the G20 Sherpa. You've just last week returned from Brazil. What is the world talking about when it comes to India? This budget, is it going to make us a little more attractive vis-a-vis China?
So India is an oasis of growth in the midst of a very barren economic landscape across the world. And the fact that we've grown at about 8.2% is remarkable. The economic survey, in a very moderate basis, talks about growth of 6.5 to 7%. But my view is that with budgets like this, we'll accelerate the pace of our growth in the coming years, because fiscal discipline, focus on innovation, focus on research, focus on urbanization, focus on employment really shows that India will be a country which will drive growth with job creation. That is important.
Right. PK?
Yeah, I think as you just said, the government is really conservative about its growth forecasts. 6.5 to 7%. this was the same sort of number last year. If you look at, there seems to be a consensus every year that growth is going to be 6.5 to 7%, but the actual numbers are much higher. And if anything, all the momentum, exports are picking up, consumption is likely to be stronger given that there's a better monsoon, and there's so many incentives for investment to pick up. Why do we keep focusing on such a conservative estimate of 6.5 to 7% growth when in fact 8 to 9% is more likely?
So I think in a way it's good that you are conservative as far as your estimates are concerned, but you achieve much higher in delivery terms. And I think the Prime Minister has also always emphasized that your delivery should be much more than what you've promised. And that's why my belief is that with a budget like this, the two challenges are one of consumption, one of exports. Both will get driven.